Folks, I gotta tell you.
1, 2, 3.
You got a wicked good meal tonight.
Andrew has really been dealt a bad card.
Got Boston crab cake steaks with gorgonzola.
I get the feeling from Chef Steele that he's not super excited about this lab.
This is big, bold American food.
We're 2 people short, and there's no way he's gonna get stuff done.
Andrew is a bit stiff.
Fuck, I'm useless.
Andrew can't gain control.
How are you doing? Not too bad.
By always being nice to others.
Just start to care.
It's not gonna happen.
He doesn't want it as passionately as the other students.
This is your time to shine, you're gonna be just fine. It's your time and I. Look how far you come, open your eyes. This is your time tonight, it turned out alright. You don't have to fight tonight. Look how far you come, open your eyes. Look how far you come, open your eyes.
Previously on Chef School.
It's fresh, it's new.
Wow, you look so pretty.
Never seen anything like it.
Scales flying all over the place.
The one thing I'm most afraid of tomorrow is that Richard doesn't show up.
I know there's been some speculation. Has drug use or alcohol been involved?
Richard's a close friend, and yet he's screwing us.
I don't want them to take it personal, why I wasn't here.
I have different expectations for different students.
It's a little bit well done, no?
That's overdone. Some of those students have it, and some of them just don't.
Okay, people, welcome back to the class that I know you all so love to hate.
Yay. Another movement class.
So I want you to revisit the very basics this morning. These little bobs and bends that we do. I see a need for this kind of refresher because I see that their work in the front of house is very sloppy. So we'll look at these little bends of the knee so we can conveniently put things on the table while maintaining this erect posture.
This is what we call the Bible.
Personal presentation.
Food style Bible. Only because it's so thick.
Andrew is a bit stiff. He's not a natural mover.
Men's faces are to be clean shaven.
Please notice that nothing is happening below my waist.
Teeth are clean and free of stains.
I am lifting into it.
And women's faces are to be free of hair.
Ready? And go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hair is kept clean, looking and smelling.
Eyes sparkle.
So bend your knees. Ben moves beautifully, and he's very nice and straight to begin with. Now look to see where you're putting the glass.
Bathe regularly, at least once a day.
And then straighten your knees up.
Taking care to wash underarm.
Taking care to wash underarm
and pubic areas.
and pubic areas.
And pubic areas particularly well.
Joyce moves very gracefully. Now toe down first as you come down. She's just a natural mover. Beautiful. And Richard, the body is at 45 degrees as we go backwards. We don't know where Richard is at the moment.
I don't know what the hell is going on with Richard.
He's gone AWOL.
Again.
Okay, watch the tray come back in.
He's in serious trouble.
And all of the teachers have started asking us, where's Richard again?
He's not called in. He hasn't given any reason why he's not here.
He only is allowed to be away from the school for 3 days with unexcused absences.
At this point, I'm afraid that he's using, but will not let myself believe it.
Today's the 4th day Richard didn't show up.
And today, somebody in the group got an email from Richard indicating that he is having some family problems.
The standard rule is that if you're gone for that long, they kick you out of the school.
We have to expel him. That's the school rule.
Hey, only 2 more months of this. And he said that he needed to stay home and take care of the kids. And that was a priority for him.
So, good afternoon. Richard's not here?
The biggest dilemma with Richard is that he's not good at just sharing information, at just calling and saying, look, I'm having a problem today, I can't come.
It's like, why didn't he just call us? Like, say what's up.
I'm certain this is a very difficult decision for Jim and Eleanor.
Ben.
Do we give the student another chance, or do we, or do we kick him out?
Right.
We thought he's just off on another bender, whatever he does. No one really knows.
You know what? Richard's my friend, and he's one of the people at the school that I respect the most. If he looks me square in the eye and tells me, I swear to you I haven't been doing drugs, I have to believe him.
The rumors, I mean, the grapevine has told me that he's in a difficult situation with his wife.
She left, like, he woke up one day this week. She had gone, laid down beside him to sleep. He woke up and she had packed, everything was gone, sometime in the night.
Yes.
Left the kids, and that's why he was gone, obviously, you're aware of that, because he didn't have childcare.
Yes.
If he wants to stay home and sort things out, that's fine, but don't leave us in the dark.
He didn't call you at all or talk to you about it? Or...
I mean, he's been very open about it with us, but...
We can't find him at this point, so...
And he doesn't have a phone anymore, or how did you contact him last time?
Well, finally by email, he responded.
Right.
Have I known addicts? No, I've never personally been emotionally involved. Not this way.
I asked him very recently if he was using again, and he said no. And he doesn't really have a reason to lie to me. He never has, but again, who knows?
So this is more or less uncharted territory for me.
I don't know. I'm his advocate, that's for sure.
Again, until I know otherwise, or until I have reason to actually know otherwise, I'm gonna believe Richard.
This is a big week for me. It's my second lab tomorrow. My situation is harder to begin with because I'm going to be down 2 people. Matt is sick this week, some sort of throat infection, and I don't know where Richard is.
If Richard actually didn't show up tomorrow, that wouldn't be the end of the world because he has a valid excuse.
I don't know if he's coming tomorrow. I've prepared, assuming he's not.
He's having some severe family issues that I wouldn't come to a bloody lab for.
For my menu, I'm preparing a set of dishes created by Todd English, who has several restaurants in the United States. It's what I would call classic American. So following that theme, I'm preparing Boston crab cakes. The second course is pasta fagioli. Pasta fagioli is an Italian classic. It's pasta with beans. This thing should be Italian-American, maybe the 1950s, children running around in the Bronx, or maybe going downstairs and eating this at 2 in the morning because you want a snack.
Andrew has really been dealt a bad card all around.
The poor guy.
Tomorrow, Kelsey and I are on the floor.
I'm just helping out Andrew because we're 2 people short and there's no way he's gonna get stuff done.
And Dave and Alex are both in the kitchen with him.
Doing what I can to help
she's extra awesome for it.
Aww.
My priority right now is just getting as much preparatory work done as I possibly can.
Tim and Joyce are the backbone right now.
So you're doing staff, pastry 2, sauce 1 and 2. People don't realize what a strong cook Tim is.
He's the rock of the group.
You're comfortable with that? He's strong, confident, he knows how to do everything, and he isn't in your face about it like some of the others.
I love Tim a lot.
But tomorrow I have a very small margin of error. If I mess up, if anything goes wrong, we don't have time to fix it. Going into this lab, I'm assuming people are going to work properly on their dishes, focus on their tasks because it's what's expected of them. You know, I'm not a kindergarten teacher who tells them you're all gonna get juice if you're good during quiet time. But when Alex comes in, he smells of booze.
Hey.
I don't know if he's hungover or...
In fact, he doesn't just smell of booze. He reeks of it.
How are you doing?
Not too bad.
Andrew should have sent him home.
I'll see how he is once he changes into his white, see if that's just a personal thing or maybe he had something spilt on his clothes.
The problem is, Andrew can't gain control by always being nice to others.
You smell a little bit of booze, eh?
Yeah, I'll take a shower.
He's not getting mad at him. He's not making an example of him. He's not dealing with it.
Given that I was 1 person down, maybe 2, I couldn't afford to be a 3rd person down.
You're still chopping carrots? Come on, this isn't first day, right? Let me give you till 2:15 to chop all those. That's 25 minutes.
Okay.
That's it.
Even a hungover Alex is maybe better than no Alex at all.
Problem is, Andrew is letting chefs deal with Alex coming in hungover.
Come on.
Andrew is saying that I don't really want to be in charge. That's what he's saying.
Grab that pot. Come on, let's go. You're not fucking top line today, huh?
I think if he really, really, really cared about how that food went out, he would have done something about Alex.
Alex is, I just don't know. I don't know where that young man's state of mind is these days. I have no idea. To me, he, at this point, illustrates he definitely doesn't have what it takes to succeed.
In other words, he doesn't know his arse from the fucking hole in the ground.
You know, I really think this menu has potential.
Andrew's just like really into it.
It's all about taking American classics and refining them. It's big food, you know, Boston crab cakes that you've refined with this mango cucumber salad. You've got steaks with gorgonzola, onions. I mean, these are rich, bold flavors.
But I get the feeling from Chef Steele that he feels the food is a little blah.
I know how Todd English cooks now.
And he's not super excited about this lab.
I don't really know Todd English, honestly.
It's Chef Steele's kitchen, it's Chef Steele's restaurant.
The only chef I know from Boston is Lydia Shire.
And it's gonna be the way Chef Steele wants it, regardless of it's Todd English's food or not.
The last few weeks, for me, have been very difficult. It wasn't an issue of not wanting to be here, but it was just a matter of I couldn't be here.
Just found out that Richard is going to be at the lab. I hope to God he found some way to then, you know, figure out the family thing.
I had to take about a week off just to kind of figure shit out.
Today we got a letter from Richard saying, here's what's been going on with me.
There's some family problems, but we all have them.
And I mean, what had been going on with him, we felt was just traumatic enough that we could at least talk to him.
Chef school is actually the last thing on my mind. And, you know, it's disappointing, but that's just the way it was.
I mean, he claims that he has not gone back to taking drugs.
Hey, Richard.
It's a bit of a mixed reaction seeing Richard.
See that for me or what?
Yeah, you're set up next to Tim.
Part of you is happy to see him back. Yay, great, let's hug him. The other is, you know, you haven't been here for so long.
I wasn't quite certain if I was going to have you. Duffy's sick, too, so I had Tim doing a couple of things.
But I don't even know if I need to apologize.
You're late coming into the lab. I didn't know if you were even going to be here.
Because I don't remember being sorry for anything.
Part of me's pissed off for that.
I couldn't wait to get back into the kitchen.
He walks in all la la la.
I am focused today. I feel it.
It's like, don't worry, guys. I'm here now.
I know deep inside me that I have what it takes to be here.
Captain Ego.
I think we would sort of want to give this a few days and see what happens, and then meet with Richard.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention, please. Your student chef for the evening, Mr. Andrew Korstein.
Folks, I gotta tell you, you got a wicked good meal tonight. Crab from the harbor, surf and tough, and a lemon tart. It's killer. My Boston accent does need some work.
Andrew's a very bright individual.
But I did want to try to bring a piece of Boston to you tonight because that's where Todd English's flagship restaurant, Olives, is located.
But I'm not sure that, you know, cooking is necessarily what he deep down in his bones wants to do.
Crab cakes with slaw and steak and onions. I mean, sounds sort of common, but what we've done is taken it to the next level.
Andrew has a very specific idea for his menu.
Instead of using fried cooking onions, what we're doing is we're using a slow-roasted, caramelized Vidalia onion with gorgonzola cheese.
But he's working with the chef in Stratford, who is also a chef.
Thank you, and have a wicked good meal. Thank you.
An accomplished chef who has his very own unique style.
You need at least that color, though, that's it. So you're looking for gold and not too pale, right? Putting on way too much chipotle mayo. Little tiny bit, go fat, just go like this.
Brian likes very delicate, almost Japanese aesthetics, which don't go well with this meal. This is about big, bold, American-sized portions.
I don't really consider the crab cakes to be New England-y, except for the fact that they're made of crab.
It's a little bit dainty.
I would say this had a slight Asian flavor.
They're a little Asian-y.
Get them out to 18. It's not exactly how I would have personally done things. Server.
Todd English would give you 2 big crab cakes.
2 chutzpah size crab cakes.
It needs a bit more oomph.
If you're trying to do big, bold American, much as I might like that to go out, it's not going to happen tonight.
2 crab cakes with cojones and chutzpah. That's what I would like.
The second course is pasta fagioli.
Pasta fagioli is like a very rustic mama-style food.
All right, Tim, 2 pieces of shrimp. 2. That's it.
I thought we were going to be doing lots of pasta, but Brian's decided we're going to sort of puree the beans and sort of make it a little bit more of a soupy mix with just a few noodles thrown in.
As student chef, you feel like a great responsibility for the food that's going out.
We have a 5.
So if a chef changes it without really consulting you, it's sort of like a sign that they don't really trust your judgment.
I'm basically resigned to, okay, I'm serving what Brian wants me to serve.
This is not what I would normally expect to see as pasta fagioli.
And that's honestly how I feel. I know what I want at the end of the day.
Don't burn yourself.
I want people to be unbuttoning their belts at the end of this meal. Their pants should be undone. They should be bloated. This is big, bold American food.
17.
He's away.
Thanks.
Andrew, he's such a bright guy.
We need 6 fucking plates. Come on, you guys.
But I just had a feeling that he didn't have a good idea how he wanted it to go, so.
Okay.
Fuck, I'm useless.
As student chef, you like to think that it's your food that's going out.
This is not supposed to be Japanese, perfectly refined dishes, which is what Brian likes.
And even if it's not your food, the food that's going out is the way you want it to be.
I think I'm right for Todd English, but Brian's the one in charge, so I have to defer to him.
So when it doesn't turn out your way, it just feels like you failed.
And the seasoning for you?
It's a bit too light on the seasoning. You agree?
I agree.
Everything's a bit under-seasoned. Somebody's afraid to use salt.
What I would have liked to do is I would have taken that poaching liquid, I would have reduced it by half again, I would have added a lot more salt on the skate.
No, this course needs salt badly.
The problem is that Andrew's a brilliant, brilliant person.
These are the Gorgonzola Vidalia onions.
But he does not have the confidence in the kitchen to show it to other people.
What does it take to be a chef?
He needs to unrobotify himself. Get rid of Andrewbot 3000.
In the real world, what does it take to be a chef?
Just start to care.
It requires not only a real love of food, but a real, burning desire.
So 28 for these 2?
It's like that switch goes on, you know exactly what you want to do for the rest of your life.
I don't like to project an attitude of emotional attachment to things.
All I know is he doesn't maybe want it as passionately as the other students.
Do you find the gorgonzola to be overpowering at all, or do you think it's okay?
I think it's a little on the mild side. I wish I could taste it more.
Come on, guys. The food's got to be freaking hot, huh?
Right. 23?
The onions are undercooked. Didn't he wax eloquent, the chef, about them being caramelized?
Mm-hmm. Which are not.
Really, that is just barely cooked.
In his speech talking, he was so passionate about the caramelized onions and all that,
yes.
but he
didn't deliver.
He didn't deliver, so his passion maybe was there in words, but he didn't take it from what he said and bring it into the kitchen.
Careful. Our final course for dessert is a double lemon tart. The bottom is lemon custard, and on top we have a lemon curd.
The beauty of it is that the 2 lemon layers are really distinct, and each cuts through the other.
The double layer of lemonish things. Now that's clever. Mm-hmm. Balance of taste, balance of texture. This is a very good dessert.
So, I'd like to say this was an interesting day. It, to me, was a bit of a struggle. And I think a lot of it comes from you.
On the whole, I didn't think necessarily there was that things were that bad inside the kitchen.
Andrew, you have a brilliant mind. I know that. But I expected more of a brilliant job.
Maybe if I'd sent Alex home, maybe Brian would have been happier with my leadership.
Your mark today is 58.5 out of 80.
It's about a 73.
I feel that Andrew's mark is a bit harsh.
I don't feel the mark is reflective of my performance. And, that's really as far as I can go.
I think you could have done much better. I would have personally expected a lot more.
Because, there's been crap going on with our group. Alex drinking of booze and Richard being in and out. Andrew's had a lot to deal with.
It's not a fail. It's not a stellar mark. Okay?
I'd be very disappointed.
Something about maybe the kitchen culture, the attitude, the feel of everything. Maybe it isn't exactly what's best for me.
Because tonight was one of those nights where I felt like I got heart from him.
School's beaten me down. I just don't feel as passionate about it.
Next time on Chef School.
My mom moved out when I was 16, and then I moved out.
I'd like to welcome to your second panel date.
So I cooked.
The winner today will be coming with me to New York City to work at the James Baird House.
Everyone is going, oh, Ben, you're going to win.
Everyone expects Ben to win.
My great friend Ben's going to do excellent.
I do not agree with that one.
So these are tea sorbets. This one is a pear and darjeeling. I want them to know that I can cook, and this one's chamomile. And this is a Szechuan pepper and ginger tuile. And I want my team to feel like we've done an amazing job.
This is Asian braised pork with plum puree and wilted spinach. You probably won't like this one so much. I don't want to end up working at like McDonald's when I'm 40.
The only thing stopping you is you.
There's been